Okay, hello, this is Flaming Hito, doing something kind of different. This is the card game Android Netrunner being played on OCTGN, and I love Netrunner a bunch, and I want to show it off to people. So this is kind of like, not a teaching video, but I'm just going to kind of play a game and talk about it. I guess it's a teaching video only in the sense that I'm aiming it at people who've kind of read the rules, but don't know exactly what's happening with them. So I'm just going to kind of just play a game and talk about what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll kind of learn more by seeing it in action. I'm going to give me a couple of minutes just so I can kind of give you guys basically the defaults. So I'm playing the runner, Gabriel Santiago. Each time I successful run on HQ, each turn you gain 2 credits. It's a pretty cool ability, and criminals have some of my favorite cards, so I like to play Gabriel. He's playing this new Jinteki Identity Replicating Perfection. Now their ability is really interesting. You cannot run on a remote until you run on a central first. You don't need to succeed in your run on the central servers, but you do need to at least encounter the first piece of ice, because you're not allowed to jack out until you've encountered the first. This hurts Gabriel a lot less than most people, because I kind of want to hit HQ anyway. But there it is. I can't spend all of my time focusing for one run. So mulligans in this game are free, but you only get 1. So you can just choose to redraw a second 5 that you have to live with. In this case, I have pretty good economy. I have a sure gamble right away, and I have an Armitage code busting. And I have Gordian Blade, and I have Special Order to get fetch a different icebreaker that isn't a code gate. So I'm gonna keep, because I've got the money, and I've got Special Order, so I can get the money in any icebreaker. It's not my favorite opening. My favorite opening are things like account siphon to try to leave that corp poor. But it's just straightforward. I'll be able to kind of bust my way in. So, like I said, I'm kind of assuming you're familiar with the very defaults, just because this isn't like a how to play Netrunner. This is a watch Netrunner being played, because it may make more sense that way, especially if you're like a Magic the Gathering player. But a very, very abbreviated overview of the basics. I'm trying to get 7 agenda points from his deck before he advances 7 agenda points worth of agendas. And I can also be killed, he can also be milled. Neither of those are probably happening. He might kill me, he's Jinteki, he has got a lot of kill cards. Alright, so this is my turn. Now Jinteki is interesting. Normally at the start of the game, running is basically free. Whatever bad stuff is on their card, all they can really do to you is end the run. They can't trash your programs. There's usually ways to avoid anything that gives you brain damage. You can shake off tags. But he can do net damage, which will make me discard cards. And in this case, I need to be wary of that net damage, because I don't want to lose things like my Sure Gamble. So I'm going to play my Sure Gamble as my very first card. He can't do 1 net damage. If this is a Neural Katana, I will need to jack out, because it could be a snare afterwards in his hand. But this is good enough for me to run. Even if it is a Neural Katana, I'll lose the stuff. Like I said, these are pretty good cards. I'd be pretty sad, but I got my Sure Gamble out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get my Armitage code busting on the field, too. I would lose this, which it'd suck, but it wouldn't be heartbreaking. And I wouldn't need to jack out, though, because I would die. So we got those 2 done. Now we're going to run on his HQ. You want to run a lot. You want to hold them to their ice, because having a liquid economy... Ah, damn, it's Enigma. I can crash it next turn, which is nice, but if I'd run out on my last click, then I wouldn't have suffered that top subroutine. So, still, this is good news for me. We have got our Gordian Blade here, so we're going to be able to get right in. We're going to do it on the last click, because then we'll only need to use the blade on end the run, and not the sub one. And that's fine. We need to get our hand drawn up, so that if we encounter a snare, it doesn't friggin' wreck us. So that's a pretty solid first turn. Okay, it looks like he's going to try... Oh no, he's going to ice Archives. See, there's 2 reasons you'd ice Archives. The first is if he's anticipating that I'll play a Sneak Door beta, which will let me run his Archives as though I'm running his HQ. But the other thing is just that he's replicating perfection, and he wants bad things to happen to me. Okay, so we're going to just play the Gordian Blade first. Give the game away for him. There aren't really many instants in this game like there are in Magic. Generally, my turn, I can do stuff unless it's something he's already rezzed on the field. He can res stuff in response, but like, there's nothing he can do to punish me for putting that earlier. We have that account siphon, which is very useful. We might do this next turn. In the meantime, yeah, we're going to just draw, so we've got some buffer against snares and the like. Oh, we did get a Sneak Door, so I guess it's good he res that. And then for our 4th turn, we're going to run on his HQ. We double Break one code, get subroutine. This has enough strength, we don't need to buff it at all. So I'm in. You say in because it's a politeness thing on OCTGN to let yourself, not to just brute force your way in. But I was. Okay. So now I always got Toll Booth, which is really strong ice. But I know it's there now, so I can watch for it. And I do have the Gordian Blade to break it. The problem is it costs 3 to pump the blade, 4 to break the sub, and you have to pay 3 just when you encounter Toll Booth. So that Toll Booth is going to cost me 7 per run to get through, so it's very dangerous. Okay. It's a very good splash. I put it in most Corp decks. It cost him influence as Jinteki, because it's not his faction, and it's not neutral either. It's NBN and he's Jinteki. But it's very much worth the influence. Toll Booth is just one of the best cards in the game, straight up. And we got our 2 credits for being Gabriel Santiago, so that was useful. So, okay, we're in a pretty good spot. We can get into his R&D a lot. Okay, there's that. If that's his Toll Booth, though, he can't afford to res it. So we definitely want to hit his HQ, because if that's his Toll Booth, now he can't stop it, and he can otherwise. So we may actually here be willing to pay the Gordian Blade surcharge of paying 1 extra to break Enigma, because we'll hit an account siphon off, and if this is his Toll Booth, he can't res it this turn because it costs 8. It will just frickin' bankrupt him. And then we'll need those other 2 clicks to get rid of the tags that we get for Account Siphon. Yeah, this is a bit silly, because if this is anything else, the Account Siphon just won't go off. But big plays, man. You gotta make some big plays. So we're gonna run with Account Siphon. And we're hoping he doesn't res this. We're hoping this is his Toll Booth that we saw. Oh, it's his Snowflake. So we each secretly spend money. End the run if we spend a different number of credits. Is there an automated way to declare it? He must be thinking, I'm going to spend 2, because then the siphon isn't so bad even if it goes through. So I think I'm going to go... It'll suck for me if I'm wrong, but I bet I'm into his head here. I think... And I still have 2 more to break that 1. I'll go up 6. It'll kind of suck, but okay. Oh, damn! He got really fucking saucy. Okay, so that ends the run. Well, alright, he pulled that off that time. Good for him. I can get special order to get a corroder to deal with that. I think right now... though, what I'm going to do is just draw up, because it's Jinteki, I want a full hand. We're going to draw, and we're going to draw. Oh, I didn't need a special order, it's good I drew. I like to, that's the nice thing, I kind of like to draw a lot, especially against Jinteki. The reason being, if you're going to do stuff and then draw in some order, knowing what you drew is going to change what the stuff is, right? It's fairly common sense, but there you go. And then I'm saving my special order, so now I've got this to fetch a Sentry Breaker, a killer, whenever I need it, because I know I have my corroder now. This isn't always true, just because, like, you do lose actions when you take those draws. You could have just done stuff with the action. In this particular case, though, I'm against Jinteki, so I want to have a full hand most of the time, because Jinteki is all about trying to flatline me. Again, this is just a very basic rules review. I'm mostly assuming you've read the rules, but just as a reminder, if you have an empty hand and you take damage, you die. Like, if you need to discard more cards than you have. So if I take 3 net damage, I have 2 cards, game over, man, I'm dead. Ooh, what is that? What is that? If that's a Melange Mining Corp, I am 10 kinds of fucked. And I don't want to let that happen. I can't fetch the Sentry Breaker, though. A lot of sentries don't end the run, though. I'm going to run it on click 3, and that way I can shake off any tags that I get. So let's go... Okay. Let's get my Corroder down on 1. Oh, Armitage on my 2nd to get 2 credits back. And we're going to hope I can get through to this and break a Melange, because if he gets a Melange Mining Corp off right now, that'd be really bad. Oh, wait, fuck. He's the special Jinteki. I totally forgot about his identity. So actually, I need to run one of his other servers first. Ooh, fuck. It's a good thing I remembered at least. So, to break Snowflake costs me 1, 2 Corroder, 1 for the strength, 1 to break, 3, 4, because I need to break the minus click. So that puts me down to 1 credit, 3 when I hit his hand. I have 3. I have 2 to spend to break whatever this is. Still have the 1 for Melange. It's marginal, but I gotta go for it. And if I end up being tagged, I end up being tagged, you know. Okay, so we're gonna run on HQ. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna buff the strength, break the barrier sub. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna break both of its subs. When I get a Desperado, this will be a lot more efficient, but I need to do this quickly. Then I want to get this Desperado in, because I'll get 1 credit per run, which is really good against this Jinteki identity. Sensei, okay. It gives extra end the runs to stuff behind it. I'm Shaper, so this is particularly not super great against me. Okay. And this is the moment of truth. Run on a remote. Bam. Oh, is this his toll booth? Oh, that might be his toll booth. He was going to melange to have the money for the toll booth. Okay. So I'm in, and I target. Yes! Bam! Oh, that was a correct read, and I didn't lose. I bet anything, yeah, that's his toll booth sitting there. He's counting on the money from melange. He could have res toll booth any other turn. But he didn't count on me having that Corroder in my back pocket. Okay, so I'm in a really good spot right now. Well, not a really good spot. He's rich, I'm poor. That's never a good thing in Netrunner. But I averted a really dangerous threat. And I got pretty good intel on what this ice probably is. So he's getting the slow cash money so we can bring up a toll booth, which really doesn't make me happy. But okay, 1 short gamble. Yeah, I need this money, and I can get a Desperado out next turn. Armitage, short gamble. Okay, now I've got money too, and next turn I can go Desperado and start running on stuff. I may even fetch a Sentry Breaker, just so there's nothing that can surprise make me lose, like, so I can break any ice. Okay. There's a bit nice anti-synergy. I'm packing these Shapers, Icebreaker, the Gordian Blade. The gimmick of a lot of Shaper Icebreakers is that when you buff them, their strength goes up for the remainder of the run, whereas this Corroder, if there's 2 barriers, I gotta pay to break it up its strength, break the subs, then on the next ice, I have to bring up its strength again and break the subs again. Whereas the Gordian Blade will keep its strength up, so if he puts a Sensei in front of his toll booth, it's essentially wasted. Because I'll get my Gordian Blade to strength 5, cut Sensei, it will still be higher strength to cut toll booth. So, if that's his Sensei, which it may very well be, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Okay, Jinteki's reached close of business hours. What sentries could just fucking demolish me on short notice? Yeah, there are some of them. I gotta be careful. So, we're going to use special order. To grab our... I really need to put 1 Mimic in the deck for things like this. Because unfortunately, Ninja is very expensive to break stuff with. But whatever, this is just for emergencies anyway. Ninja. Yep. And then I'm going to install Desperado. I suppose I may as well just run this on the last click too. Just draw so a snare won't kill me. Yeah, I may as well, yeah, just run his hand now. Because if I don't need to break on the run, this is actually like cost neutral for me to just break his hand every turn with the Desperado and my passive. Because I run on his HQ, and I buff the strength, break the sub, and I just break on the run. And then I'm going to be making 3 credits back. 1 from Desperado, 2 from my passive. Okay, so either... I'm pretty sure we established that's very likely a toll booth there. A toll booth or an archer or something you literally couldn't res. That melange was super important. So that's probably a spare. So that's a lot of code gates. which is good, because he can't make one really scary data fort, because I've got the Gordian Blade. So if he stacks 3 code gates, I'm just going to bam, 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 knock my way through them. Yeah, is this going to start a new remote? No, that's... Oh, okay, yeah, having a toll booth there would be a lot better for him. Well, we got our sneak door in our back pocket here. This may be the time for that. Once again, the problem here is that if this is a really dangerous sentry, well, a katana would make me trash the ninja I just fetched, which would be sad, but I got more ninjas, more femmes, and more inside jobs. Like, I'd get another eventually. I don't really want these decoys that badly. So I'd be willing to hit. If I hit a Nero katana, I would just have to jack out, which would, you know, suck to not get... Or even better, I'll take the sneak door, draw 1, and then... Yeah, let's go find out what this Ice on his Archives is. So we'll get our sneak door out. And we'll draw. Ooh, bank job. If we keep him too poor for this toll booth, if he ever gets below that, this will be great. Yeah. Why don't I Armitage, do it on the last, just see what happens. Yeah, because then if I'm tagged, he can get rid of my Armitage. I don't really care. I only have 2 left. That's 3 and 4. Show me the money. I don't think there's anything really terrible that can happen to me here. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, crap. He splashed a rototurret. I was only thinking of, things that, yeah, shit. I was only thinking of stuff that Jinteki had when he splashed a rototurret on me. And this is the one thing I can break cheaply, so next turn I'll be able to get in all the time, which will be nice. But, yeah, wow, that was a good move, that splash. Because I was thinking I couldn't think of anything that would, like, just trash my programs like that. But I suppose, yeah, if you had splashed a Bioroid as well as that, I need to be more alert to what they can splash. Whatever, you win some, you lose some. It still made him pay money, and I still got information. And if he doesn't get up to 8, I might try a really cheeky Corroder only run on his remote there. On the guess that this is either Sensei or something, and then the run. On the hope, yeah. So, we'll see. I have 2 more Gordian Blades, and I have 2 more of those special orders. So, I'm going to have Codegate Breaker again eventually. That's my only breaker, though, because Peacock is shitty. So, that is my only... So, I have 3 Codegate Breakers in my deck. I also have 3 Fetchers. So, there are 4 things out of my deck I could draw that let me deal with Codegates. So, eventually. For now, this is kind of an uncomfortable spot for me, but... It's Netrunner, baby. Alright. Okay, he is going to take, so I can't just bank job and run his remote, which is a shame. I think he's looking to put something dangerous in that remote. Well, one thing at a time. We're going to play our ninja. We're going to Armitage, so we got the money to break both subs now. And I'll make 3 back when I hit his hand. And if a snare trashes these, I really don't give a shit. And I'll get the money to claim Feudal AI using like the money I get back as my discount. So I should have played this sooner. I shouldn't have held on to it and tried to just get the run in early. That was my mistake, and I paid for it. But you know, Archives, break, because it's 0 strength, and so am I. Ask in as a formality. Caps lock is on. Okay. So I get the 3 credits, and it's Trick of Light. That's a really good card. You can move his advancement, so he puts a trap down, and then if you figure out it's a trap and don't run on it, he uses it to fast advance something else, like a dickhead. Okay, now we just need to start drawing, because, okay, there we go. We've got our special order. We're in business now. Now what we need to get is more money. We'll partly get that. We're going to get a net 1 free credit every turn we just run his roto turret, and we get to look in his hand and be funny. But this is really crucial. We've got, at any time, access to another Gordian Blade. What we need now is to have like the 10 or so credits so we can special order, get Blade, place Blade, immediately run in response to something like a Melange coming down again. Is that it there, though? Okay, he's advancing. It's either an agenda or it's a trap. At this point, it's not our concern. We can't get through the toll booth. We know it's there. That's probably actually an agenda. because he probably expects me to be able to get through that. You need 7 points to win. We can let him get some points now while we're focusing on getting our shit together. So we're going to try to draw for economy. We got another one of these fucking guys. That's not really what we wanted. That was 1. The snare would only really suck if it hit both of our orders. So to me, yeah, I'd rather just, unless it's a snare that hits both our special orders, running his hand is a pretty solid proposition every turn for us right now. Ping. Ah! It glitched out. That's some Zen shit. Oh. Okay, that's useful information. Probably, unless you drew a second sensei, that means this probably isn't sensei like I was thinking. Maybe it could have been. But I did have Gordian Blade out when he played that there, so it probably wasn't. I could get a decoy out. It's like a bit of an economy card if he has a snare, because it saves me a click and 2 creds. Cred's really important to me, though. I'd rather just destroy it. I'd rather just mill through my deck like a fucking maniac. Yeah, more fucking anti-tag shit I don't want. Whatever. There we go. This is what we wanted. Inside mark. Money, money, money. We are going to hold on to both of these so we can fetch a blade and then still have 1 in reserve. So we're just going to trash our decoy. And our crash space. Those are both very good cards. Just, they aren't really Jinteki's style. And I'm not really that worried about his splashes. If you splash 1 tool booth, you often splash, you know, all of them. Because they're great. I mean, we've seen a rototurret for 2, or for 1, in the toll booth. You know, unless he happened to splash just 1 of each of those and then tag stuff. Like, I think if he was going for a tag-based Jinteki, he would have done it all, if that makes sense. Okay, that's in the same Mark II. That's really unfortunate because he can end a run. That's another reason why you ask in, because now that he's gotten to say out, it does matter, because he can just end 1 run once. Which really sucks for us. But it's what you got to do. Now we're in a bit of an interesting spot. Unless this is a code gate that ends the run, assuming this is toll booth, I can probably make it through this. I got a sentry breaker. I got corroder. So this turn is going to be easy mark, bank job, run here, run here. I lose really badly if it's a bioroid here. That's about it. If it's a code gate that ends the run, it's fine. I don't think there's that much brutal. It's a risk I'm willing to take. An easy mark to get some liquid. Just so if it's something dangerous, I could still potentially bust through it. That's 1. And 2 is getting my bank job out. And then for 3, we're going to sneak door beta. Here's a rototurret. Wait a minute. Actually, oh wait, no, it is after I break. Right. That's when. He could do it earlier, but it'd be so sublimely stupid, I'm not going to wait for him to. He may as well always make me spend all the money I'm going to do and stuff before he chooses to break it or not. So I run him. Still is just the same crappy crap, just as sensei as his trickle lights. Whatever though. I got to know that he's not piling our agendas, and I know I got a free credit, you know. So it's just like the take credit action, but it also got me over Replicating Perfection's ability, and it let me see a card. So as long as I got this free access to archives, stuff's pretty happy. Okay, and now for my last trick. I'm going to run on this remote. This is the stressful part, but unless it's a code gate that does something really terrible to me, you know, I'm pretty sure this is Toll Booth. Or if this isn't Toll Booth, but in this case, you know, why did he throw his melange under the fucking bus? Aha! I was right. Yeah. I get 1 from Desperado, and I'm going to take 7. I'm leaving 1 on Bank Job because it will let me successfully complete a run, and then choose not to access his thing. And he's Jinteki, so it'll kind of give me a last-minute chance to go back on stuff. Like, if I suddenly get a feeling that I'm dealing with a trap, then that 1 credit on Bank Job will let me say, you know what? I said I wanted to go in, but I don't. Maybe trying to juke him out of an essay or something. It's a pretty useful tool to have just 1 credit on that Bank Job, just so I can access. I mean, you can jack out before accessing, too, but this way I don't need to choose to jack out. Okay. So that was really good. Remembering that was a toll booth was really useful. I don't know what this is, but that helped me a lot. Okay, yeah. I'm fucking sure he's gonna do that. I'm in business now, though, because now I can get my blade out. That would normally be a memory problem, but Desperado gives me the 1 more I need to run 3 1-memory Icebreakers and Sneak Door. That's what my deck is built around, is having these Icebreakers out. Replacing the Ninja with a Fem depending on situation, or that Sneak Door with 2 Fems. So we're gonna just... Our game plan this turn isn't to run, I don't think. I think we just want to chill and get our blade on the field. We're gonna just drop to 5, because we need to draw shit. Oh! Yes! Forced activation orders! Oh, that's exactly what I want right now. Mmm, delicious. Oh, let me taste your salty tears, Kyle. Ah. Goodbye, Toll Booth. Bam! That lets you choose Ice, Nest, Res, or Trash. It's got a neat combo with Cortez. You can make something cost more to trash and then ask them to do it, or you can run first to try to scout it. In this case, we've pretty much established it was a Toll Booth with our scouting, and now it's gone, and we are happy. Okay, I'm going to just draw to 5 again, and if this isn't a blade, then I'll fetch a blade next turn. Okay. Oh, it's a Bank Job! Oh! I'll get my Gordian Blade out, and we know, oh god, everything is coming up Millhouse today. We'll get the blade, we'll run. I don't care what this thing is. It can't be, like, more scary to us when we got, what'll that be, 10 creds and a full rig? Yeah. The one sad thing is we can't get the Bank Job this turn, because it would be Inside Job, Gordian Blade, run the server, because we have to run a central first because we're Replicating Perfection, and we can't run the remote because the Bank Job won't be out. We could run this Bank Job with 1 credit on it, but we don't want to do that. Okay. He must have an agenda now. He's suddenly really looking to fortify the remote. Or I suppose it could just be a melange or something. Well, regardless, let's get this show on the road, baby. Bam, special order. Gonna look at all our cards, and we drag... Well, we did not have a Gordian Blade coming for a long-ass time, so... Drag our Gordian Blade on the field, put it back in our tiny little hand, and we're going to do that. I think I'm going to do the run now, in case it's flashed a buy right or whatever. I can deal with it. We'll Sneak Door. What's this? But honey, I got 9 credits and a full suite. I'm willing. It's a Wallace deck. Okay. So I gotta pay 1 to boost, 1 to break. So it cost me 4 and I earned 3. So it's no longer net positive for my money, but it's still pretty good. Break, break. And now I ask if I'm in because he's got an essay, so he can choose to stop me. So it's not even politeness anymore. I made it in this time though. So, oh god damn it! I keep hitting this trick of light. Maybe he has 2 of these probabilities. And now we're just gonna draw. Next turn may very well be us trying to get our Bank Job off. Oh, an Inside Job. I've used this tactic before. So you can't normally chain stuff that is a run action together. Like, I have Sneak Door Beta, where I run Archives and treat it as HQ, and I have Inside Job, where I make a run and bypass the first. And I can't put Sneak Door and Inside Job together, because when you use them, it's like an action that needs to finish before you do anything else. The one exception, well, not really an exception, but just an interesting fact, is that bank job isn't a run, it's a resource that triggers at the end of some run. So, you can inside bank job. And I did once, notably, I had a bank job. I inside jobbed past a toll booth, didn't access the thing behind it. I accessed my bank job to get money to play a femme fatale, to nullify the toll booth, to run the same server again. You can do really fun shit like that. In this case, I'm not really scared of that ice he's going to hit me with for 6 creds, I don't think. I'll have 7 myself after I run this. So, or 6, because I think I'm going to play my bank job and just try to get it off now. Yeah, I got a lot of good options in my hand though. I'm feeling really good about this. So I'm playing my bank job up. It's 1. Why don't I? Just so I'm running this on my 3rd click, and if it's a tag giver or a Bioroid, I can not get fucked. Why don't I run now? Oh, no, that's right. I gotta double click the sneak door to use its ability. I can't just say run on archives. That's important. Strength, strength. Or not strength, strength. Strength, break. Plus this way, if he nasays me, I don't get super trolled. Break, break. I can still get the bank job this turn. Although I suppose I can't because of money if he nasays me here. But he didn't. Jesus Christ. Alright. And now we're going to find out what he's sitting on here. Run his remote. Let's do this. No res. This was the one that was in front of the toll booth before. And it's a snowflake. Okay, here. So it's willing for him because it cost me 2 and only cost him 1. Which is why he'd be willing to res something he knows I can break easily. Because it's just not as easy for me. Okay. And then he's got to say, so I got to ask. And again, it's polite. And, yep, so I get Desperado. I don't trigger my 1 credit bank job. I do credit my 8, and I'll take all of them. I don't need this thing twice. Okay. That was cool. For our 4th, we're just going to try, see if we get new action. Oh, it's our last G-Blade. Okay, we need to be careful. Oftentimes, I'm willing to discard stuff, like if I got an Icebreaker, you discard the other copies. I'm keeping this Gordian Blade, though. Just, if something happens, this is literally my last code breaker. Once discard, once here, once here. So if I lose both of these blades somehow, this Enigma and any like other Enigmas and the toll booths and the Senseis all become just unstoppable to me. He's making these big data forts. The problem is, right, he installs that ice and it costs him 2 credits because it costs you 1 for every slot outside you are. He's playing a really, really reactive kind of game here. And I'm going to just sit back and enjoy it. I mean, if he ever tries to get a melange out, I can just hit him. So I want him to res this. I want to keep his money down. Why don't I kind of just start getting... I'll get this Cortez for a rainy day. I'll draw. If I get a Siphon or something, I'd be friggin' overjoyed. This would be an amazing time for a Count Siphon. And then for my 3rd, yeah, sure, that's right, I gotta remember to do it this way. Sneak door. I got a full suite, I got 13 creds. What are you gonna do to me, buddy? Oh, that's that Sensei we were talking about. Okay, this was a good mix where none of these are code gates. So in this case, it would cost me, like, what? How much to break it with this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It only costs me 2 to have 1 more end of the run on each of these. So, yeah, so not breaking. Okay, so this is going to be a lot less cheap for me. I need to maybe be a little less cavalier about running his HQ now. I did not do a very good job with that scan. What? So Sensei glitched and ended the run for me when it was supposed to just add end of the run subs to everything else. So I'm going to take a click back to run with the sneak door again. And I'm going to go to here and just strength break, break, because it now has 2 end run subroutines. And this now has 3 subs, so break, break, break. Okay. I'd make me lose a lot of money if he stayed here, but it wouldn't be worth it. He needs to save that for, like, something big and important. Yes! I got his other Nasei. Oh, it's good. Finally an agenda for all that hitting. And not a trick of light. Another important thing is because he's replicating perfection, I need to kind of be careful because if he Naseis, even if I can get through all of his ice, I need to have 1 click to run a central, 1 click to run his remote, and 1 click to run his remote again if he uses Nasei. So only my first click can be something that isn't running if I want to be guaranteed. Okay, I got one more. Oh, I'm gonna hit his R&D. He only has 2 creds. He probably can't afford to res any of this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna run his R&D now that he paid for that sensei. That's an important thing about Netrunners. To always watch how much credits they actually have, and you can punish them for it. And plus, Desperado gets me credit with this. I love Desperado. I get to access 1, and it's... Yes, it's Project Junebug. It's an ambush, but I can trash it for free because I found it from his deck. Hooray! Life is fun! So now, yeah, I can just kind of keep hammering his R&D until he gets some serious cash going. And it'll be hard for him to get really serious cash because there's no way in hell I'm going to let him get a melange off. I'm doing pretty well for myself here. I'm happy. Letting him get that Nasei kind of sucked, but I really brought it upon myself when I ran his archives without the set ninja out when I forgot about splashing. And you need to know all the cards, just like any other one. Okay. So this we now said was what, 6 for me to run? I get 3. -3 to keep looking at his hand isn't so good. I'd rather just keep hitting his R&D. So we're gonna do that. Just first click. Just sure, run on his R&D. 9. On either of them. What are those ices then? Well, I'm gonna just really enjoy this turn at least. Oh, damn it, he's getting a hedge fund. What a bastard. I was hoping there was something I could either trash or score so I could hit his R&D again in this safe turn. Not only can I not, unfortunately, he's got a hedge fund coming, which is really sucky because that's gonna get him money, and I'm gonna lose a lot of my super dominance that I'm really enjoying. I'm willing to risk this. It could be like something moderately bad, but you know. And if it's a yeah. So I think I'll hit his with the last for the the Enigma thing. And it's only 1. I think I might leave a decoy out. Actually, no, I'll just get rid of my inside or special order now. I got 1 of all the breakers I need, and I got a fem. I wouldn't mind trashing this ninja either. I want to keep the blade because this is my last chance. But I have a 3rd ninja and 2 more fems I think in my deck, so. So, given that I'm willing to trash that and that, I think I still will get my decoy out. Yeah, I'll get a tag at some point. It'll help, I think, is the way to go here. Yeah, because then that way, too, I can run on the last click a little bit safer. So, sure, I'll get my decoy out. And then, yeah, for my 4th, I'll run this. This is only something 5 worth of dangerous, so I'll live. Just run this HQ directly. What you got for me, honey? I do still have my Cortez. This isn't worth it, just a random pot shot. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have that many agendas here. But, you know, it's just worth... I'm just reminding you guys, because I'm trying to kind of make him forget and just not really do anything with it. But I do have that Cortez, and it will let me pull some tricky plays later. Alright, so I get my Gabriel money, which is nice. Oh wait, it's another Sensei. Alright, so he's been sitting on that Sensei Trick of Light, and he's only got... Alright. do it on my inside job. This is a really nice emergency tool. Because if he puts something like in this server this turn and doesn't advance it, I'll probably want to inside job. Or no, because he's got an essay. Fuck. Fuck me. He can, like, get a really solid thing. Well, I can break a toll booth, I suppose. It'll just be shitty. And what is this? Is this a third here or a second remote? Really now? He is writing checks as Ash can't particularly catch. Okay. I suppose he's going to sit and use the take credit option. Well, alright. Let's just start by finding out what he's got at R&D, you know? I mean, even if it's a toll booth, it'll suck for me. It'll cost all of his money. And I'll get to have run of the land for a while. So, I mean, if I do this, like, it's a low chance for an agenda, maybe, but he doesn't know either. Like, he has no control. So I can just keep selectively pruning and knowing what he's going to get. And running R&D every turn is just really cool. That's my thesis here. I'm kind of rambling. And this is also going to start letting us test the waters better, so if we get a forged activation orders again, we kind of have an idea what to get rid of. I'm beginning to think this might be a chum and not something expensive. An archer? I don't know why he's so cavalier about not rezzing. It's data mine. Data mine's annoying. It does 1 damage, but you can't possibly stop it because it's a trap. So unless you have an AI, like, there's no other kind of icebreaker that deals with traps. So 1 damage, which isn't much at all. But if you have chum, it makes the next thing behind it stronger, and if you don't break all its subs, you take bonus damage. And you can't break all the subs on data mine. So any ice he plays after this, if he puts chum in front of that, I will need to worry. That was 1 for 2. I guess I'll just hit his hand again, because it's cost neutral with these two. Or no, I'm going to run this on the last, that's right. It's cost neutral with these two, and if he reses it, I'll get to know what it is. So I'm going to just start drawing. We really want to hit forged activation orders and such, but an easy mark is fine too. Okay, and we run SHQ. Hey, there's a toll booth. Alright. So, okay, so, this cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 to break. 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get 3 back for a total of 4. Not worth it. I don't really think he has agendas. He has at least that Trick of that Light and the Sensei out, so I'm gonna just jack out. But now he doesn't have money. So if he puts some land share to try to get money, he can't res these two unless they're dirt cheap. So, like, yeah, I can't run free on his hand anymore. That toll booth didn't really benefit him, though. And now I can just hit this R&D over and over. I don't know in this situation if I would have even resed the toll booth. Maybe he's sitting on some good agendas and that's an indicator. Even so, they're going to just pile up in his hand and he'll have to do something about them sometime. And the field right now is pretty compromised because he's so goddamn poor. So I'm not even that mad about that toll booth. I'm going to run his R&D. I'm still trying to figure out the mystery of what these are if he's not resing either of them. Like, he wouldn't have put 2 ice that he couldn't afford, right? Especially since he's only got 1 toll booth even left. So I'm kind of starting to believe this is a chum, and then the other one is just something else he can't afford. Oh, damn it, here's a Wall of Thorn. Well, it's more expensive ice, at least it's going to cost him $1 billion to get up. Okay, Wall of Thorns is in my future. Excellent. Well, neither of these sides are particularly cost-effective for me to run, and I don't feel like his hand is that useful, so I'm just going to start drawing for cool stuff, like this. This makes hitting his HQ a fucking breeze. Right now, is it worth it? No, not really. Let me see, I'm willing to trash this, because I have all the breakers I want. I'm willing to trash this, so I can draw 1 more. Oh, and there's a sure gamble. Fucking perfect. I get that. I trash my special order. Don't need to trash my ninja. Yeah, I probably should trash the ninja before the special order, just if I really need a second Fem. But Fem is so expensive. She's really cool, though, because you can, yeah, just bypass ice like that toll booth. I might just get a Fem out, so I can really, really cheaply hit his hand over and over by bypassing that toll booth there. But I'm just not that convinced that his hand is a good place. What are you doing, buddy? Don't get more ice you can't fucking afford. Maybe that's a cheap one just to make this not free for me, I guess? Whatever, I'm gonna find out. Watch, that's his wall of thorns that he put down and he can't even afford to res it. Alright, let's find out. What is this? What is it? Is it something cheap or is it a wall of thorns? No res. No res. No res. Get in. Yes, I'm in land. I almost should have let him have it just to kind of watch him try to defend it in the server that he's dirt poor. Now that we did trash something, there's something new on the top of R&D. Let me do it again. And this is also getting the creds because of Desperado. I fucking love Desperado. Oh, same. I spelled succeeds wrong. Okay, get my Desperado credit and an aggressive secretary. No, thank you. 0 to trash. On his R&D. Same. And yep, get a cred. So many traps. And the beauty part of running his R&D is he's got this Nisei. He can't really use it effectively because he has no idea whether this one will be the one that hits an agenda or not. Hey, it's his third toll booth that he can't afford. So none of these guys are toll booths because you can only have 3 in your deck. 1 is discarded, 2 is here, that was 3. So none of this ice on the field is toll booth. Maybe I'll remember. Oh, this is fun. This is why money is important in your deck, kids. Ugh. And his splashing, too. We've seen, what, he splashed. How much is Secretary again? Oh, look at all cards. 2. So he splashed 2, 1 for the turret, and the 3 toll booths, and how much each? Is it 2 or 3? 2, so it's 6, 7, 8 for the Secretary, 9 for the turret already. Only got 6 left. In his shoes, I would have gotten some Adonises or something. Oh, he's starting to discard now. Ooh, I bet that means he's got agendas. He's got like stuff he can't afford to play now. I bet that means he's starting to pile up agendas here. So we're going to do that soon. We're going to get the Fem out, so this is a cheap run. But in the meantime, I'm going to just keep taking my my free runs as long as I can. If this is his Wall of Thorns, this is another free turn. To just go hog wild. Okay. Is he considering his Nisei now, or what? Like I said, that's the beauty of running R&D, is he doesn't know what I'm going to be hitting this time, so it's really hard for him to justify a Nisei. You generally want Nisei for the things you put in your remote, but, you know, this remote, you can't, until he can afford to res this stuff. He's been, what? What? He's been sitting on that Enigma forever. It would have made me cost 2 every time. If I'm probably going to do the Suzu, you really should have resed that Enigma infinity sooner than you did. Because now it costs me 1 instead of getting me 1 to break through here. And that is a difference. Wow, he's had the Enigma the whole time. Okay. I still don't know if this is expensive for Chum, but wow, that he should have resed that. Oh, he's getting a hedge fund. That makes me sad. I don't want him to get nice things. Still, I think now is the time. I could inside job just hit once, but I think I'm just going to get the Fem to just get my once every turn run. Although, let me... Oh no, I'm getting rid of Sneak Door. I was about to say I'm going to compare this line and this line, but I need to trash Sneak Door to get this done, so... Because I'm at full memory. So we're going to trash Sneak Door, and target Toll Booth, and play Femme Fatale. I do want to use its optional ability. I targeted it, I don't know why it left. Okay. So that's on Toll Booth. And now, run on HQ. The beauty, Toll Booth, Femme is like tailor-made to counter Toll Booth, because when you bypass ice, you also ignore its ability, which in this case is the -3 creds. So, Yeah. So thanks to the magic of Fem, I don't need to pay those 3 creds at all. Oh, I should have done this on the last to not break twice. That was stupid. Whoopsies. And now I have to ask in because he has an say. Okay, I'm in. Still Sensei. So if he was discarding stuff, I got that feeling is that. And with my last, well, I shouldn't have. Like I said, I should have done this in the last in other order to save a credit. But I'm going to just draw to 5. Nice Critter. Corroders are the same as the Gordians for me. My only barrier breakers are those 3 Corroders, so I might keep this one around too. I don't know though. Right now I just need money because I was a fucking magnet and I went down a little bit from the Wall of Thorns is what, strength 5? So to break the Wall of Thorns costs me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's worth it for what it does to his liquidity, though. To him not having, like, anything. So, we're going to do it. It'll cost me 5. Oh, no, I'm going to do the HQ run first, though. Because that's the one that gets itself a lot of money back. Or no, I think for... No, I'm really tempted to Cortez, so I get the 1 free turn on his R&D. I have no idea if that's, like... If I was, like, one more agenda would win it for me, I would do it. I'm not in that case, though, so I'd rather just save this for when I hit an FAL and I control. So we're going to do the one that gets the money back first, because my capital will go low if he does res that Wall of Thorns. So we do that. Or no, that's the wrong one. No, I do this. I bypass for 1 cred. I do this. And then break. I do this. Break and break. And then ask if I'm in. So maybe he doesn't have as many agendas as I thought he did. Oh, he has this one, though. Okay. I was about to say, maybe he doesn't have as many agendas as I thought he did. By virtue of he is not saying my runs onto his hand. But there's one. So hey. I'm really tempted to do Cortez and just drill his R&D 3 times, even without the Forge activation. It would cost me... I'd lose 1 credit on the first one, 1 credit on the second, none on the third if I could. You know what? Yeah, this is just not doing anything when it just sits here. And I think I have 1 or 2 more in my deck. So I'm going to Cortez that, because I'm pretty sure that's his Wall of Thorns. And now we're going to hit his R&D a bunch. Because Wall of Thorns now can't afford it. It costs 10 to res that. We'll find out if this is chum now or not, I guess. Break. Desperado is such a key part of this, what I'm doing here, that this cost me only 1 and not 2, so definitely my MVP card here is my Desperado. Oh, damn it, I was hoping to hit 3 times, but the first thing is something I can't trash. It's this Caduceus. Caduceus will suck for me. It'll cost me strength 3 with 2 subs. It would cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 to break with Fem, and 5 with Ninja, so 4. Just not very pleasant at all. So I already tapped Gabriel. I did that. I'm willing to lose the Ninja, so I'll draw 1 more. Yes, next turn. Next turn is going to be a glorious goddamn turn. So I'm actually going to for once. I've been avoiding the take a credit action for a while because it's inefficient and I found better ways. But I mean, taking a credit, that's a really integral fucking part of the Netrunner experience, is taking credits. And I'm happy as I've gotten to get away as long as I have with easy marks and all my fun stuff. Like, that's a good deck economy. But now I'm just doing it because I'm setting up to drop the hammer with this account siphon. Ideally, I wouldn't even decoy that tag, just so I still have this as the... Because what I like the most about my decoy is that I can run on the last and not worry too much about snares and such. So, unfortunately, this won't bankrupt him enough that I... Oh, no. No, I will. He can't afford to res his Wall of Thorns if I do this, which does mean... that I would keep the tags in that case. But, whatever. Why don't I siphon then hit his R&D, and after seeing once what's in his R&D, then I make the decision about whether or not to cleanse both tags or if it's worth hitting again. Yeah, I like that. I mean, the worst come to worst, he can, in a fit of meta-ness, make me lose my decoy by trashing it, but that cost him 2 credits and a click, and his credits are really, really vital to him. I don't think he's played any new ice since I said that his toll booth, right? Well, I guess we'll find out on video or not. I'm pretty sure he hasn't played any new ice since that time I said that if he plays, like, none of the size prior to this play is toll booth. Or was this that I thought was Wall of Thorns after that? They're the same cost, at least. So, I forget if that happened in time. So, yeah, we're gonna... Let me just make sure I got the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yup. It's close, but I can. Count siphon. Oh, let me, just for formality's sake, I target. I pay 1. So that Femme Fatale is definitely worthwhile advancement. Bypass that. Go to here. +1 strength. Break barrier sub. Go here. Break code gate. Break code gate. If he saves me, it'd kind of suck. I spend a lot of money on this run. But then he can't use on other things. I get my 2 credits. I do want to use a count siphon. And I have 14, he has 7. I may have Nasade in his situation there. It would have sent me back a fair bit. Not a billion, but pretty well. He must be really, really holding out for a big play if he's keeping his Nasade at this point. And now he can't afford to res his Wall of Thorns or maybe Toll Booth. So we're gonna... I think it is Wall of Thorns. I think that Toll Booth thing was when this was on the field, but I'm just fucking forgetful, which is not a good thing in Netrunner players, but there you have it. Break. Pow. In. If he said no, if he let me account siphon, I'm sure. I almost wonder if he forgot his Nasay. You know what? I'm gonna just be friendly and...
Avast virus database has been updated.
Just as a friendly reminder, because maybe he forgot he had it. The more I think about it, it would have really benefited him to Nasay that siphon. Now, yeah, I'm tagged. It sucks a little bit. I think I don't give... Oh, if he splashed a closed account, it should be really weird and random. It would suck for me a bunch, though. On the one hand, I can hammer his R&D really, really well here. You know what? No, fuck it. I can win the game if I hit another agenda. I can win the game. Normally I was about to say it's better not to take risks. I'm 6, he's 2. I can afford to be sassy. But I could win the game. And I mean, it's pretty unlikely he has a closed accounts. If he does, you guys can't take me to task for it. It was stupid. If he has closed accounts, what I'm doing. But break. But I can win the game, and that's a cool thing to win the game, because then you're the winner. And I did. Heyo. Oh, technically I forgot to say in for the last time, but they were identical cases, so. Oh, that was a good time. Giving this guy some credit, this is a bad matchup for him. I think I said in the beginning, I'm criminal. I don't mind hitting his shit. Replicating perfection doesn't really affect me. So, I mean, yeah, there are a couple things I would have played differently than him. Like I said, I would have Nasayed that account siphon, and I would have, what's the other thing I was going to say? I would have Nasayed his account siphon, I would have Rise this Enigma sooner, things like that. But it was a pretty good fight, so I'm not about to trash this guy, especially because I'm linking him in this video. Hey guy, hopefully you learned a bit about your playstyle from this side of the field. It was good playing you. And I'm going to link you to my thing as soon as I can find a fucking way to find a link to my channel. Here we go. So, I hope you guys learned something. I know this is kind of a weird thing where I was like, kind of for newbies, kind of not this video. But mostly just I figured if I play a full game and talk about it, it'll help you, you know, understand the game. And just let me know in the comments. Especially if there's something I messed up that I didn't say I messed up. Like, don't go in the comments and say, gee, you should have fucking played your ninja before you ran his archives. Yeah, I know, guy. But if there's something I don't know, please tell me so I can get better. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.